Welcome to old Buddhist philosophy, where silence carries wisdom and numbers speak with the hidden voice of the cosmos. September 2025 has not slipped by as just another mark on the calendar. It has already flowed through us like a great river carrying ancient echoes of fate. In Buddhist wisdom, we are reminded that months are not mere divisions of time, but reflections of the soul's journey, each season arriving with a lesson, a rhythm, and a vibration. To see September is not to see dates, but to witness a mirror, a call to rise, to release, and to align with our deeper truth. This month, 6 sacred numbers have revealed themselves like hidden lanterns glowing along the path of destiny, and one secret bonus number completes their circle, holding the key that bridges the seen and unseen. Each of these numbers vibrates with a unique current, offering not only the promise of fortune and clarity, but also the wisdom to navigate endings, beginnings, and transformations with grace. Numbers are not coincidences, they are living energies, cosmic codes, whispered through the mathematics of the divine. Just as the full moon casts light upon both water and shadow, these numbers reflect the duality within us, our longing for abundance and our search for meaning, our attachment to the past, and our readiness for renewal. Nostradamus, the great seer of centuries, often spoke of hidden patterns guiding humanity, not written in the stars alone, but in the subtle language of symbols waiting to be understood. Baba Vanga too left her visions, warning that humanity would only awaken when it learned to listen to the signs that had always been present. September's sacred numbers are such signs, guides sent not to impress, but to awaken. To honor them is to shift our gaze. Instead of seeing life as random, we begin to see it as designed. Instead of clinging to the weight of yesterday, we step lighter into tomorrow. Buddhism teaches us that to walk the noble path is not to fight against time, but to move in rhythm with it, to see how even endings are beginnings in disguise, and how every number, every moment, every breath holds both impermanence and eternity. So as we step deeper into this month, I invite you to pause, to breathe, and to listen. These numbers are not merely predictions or fortune, they are mirrors of your own journey, whispering to you in silence. They call you to release what no longer serves you, to embrace clarity, and to walk courageously into the transformations already unfolding. And so, I leave you with a question. In this September of destiny, are you listening to the soft whispers of the universe, or are you still chasing the restless noise of the world? Number 15 emerges in September, not as a simple figure, but as a luminous thread woven into the tapestry of renewal. It carries within it the breath of fresh beginnings, yet it does not arrive empty. It comes wrapped in karmic lessons, reminding us that the path forward is always shaped by the steps we have taken before. In numerology, the number 1 stands as the spark of leadership, the bold flame of new directions, while the number 5 embodies freedom, transformation, and the restless spirit of adventure. Together they merge into the vibration of 15, a sacred invitation to rebirth, an urging from the universe to release the weight of the old cycle and to embrace the lightness of the soul unchained. In the wisdom of Buddhism, rebirth is not only the mystery of another life beyond this one, but the continual transformations we are gifted in the present. Each sunrise that paints the horizon is a rebirth, each mindful breath, a chance to begin again. Number 15 reflects this rhythm. It is the lotus that rises unsoiled from muddy waters, showing us that no matter where we have been, purity and strength are always possible. Just as the lotus leaves behind the darkness it grew from, we too are called to shed the fears and regrets of the past. Nostradamus spoke often of endings that were not truly final, but gateways in disguise, and in the vibration of 15, his words echo clearly. What appears to close is often preparing you for a greater opening. The current of 15 this month suggests that new opportunities may surface suddenly, like paths once veiled by mist becoming visible under the dawn light. They may call you to move, to choose, to take steps that align with freedom and authenticity. Yet this is not a reckless freedom, it is a freedom rooted in wisdom. Buddhism teaches us that liberation does not come from fleeing life, but from understanding it deeply. The number 15 reminds us that true freedom is not chaos, but clarity, not running from what we fear, but walking mindfully into what we are destined to become. The Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think you become." In the presence of 15, this teaching becomes a compass. If we think only of what we have lost, we remain bound to loss. If we think of renewal, of possibilities, of growth, we begin to embody the very energy of rebirth. To carry the vibration of 15 is to walk with courage, to live with openness, and to trust that change is not an enemy, but a companion guiding us toward our higher self. September's unfolding reveals that wealth is not measured in possessions, but in the spaciousness of a heart that is unafraid. Number 15 arrives, not to promise ease, but to awaken strength, to remind you that the door of destiny does not open to those who clutch the past, but to those who step forward unburdened. It is the number that whispers, renewal is here if only you choose it. So I ask you now, as the vibration of 15 hums softly through this month, will you cling tightly to what is ending, or will you release your grip and walk bravely toward the horizon of renewal? Number 26 does not arrive with noise or urgency. It enters like the steady breath of the earth itself, grounding us in patience, structure, and sacred responsibility. Where number 15 speaks of fresh beginnings, 26 anchors us to the soil of endurance. In numerology, 2 embodies harmony, empathy, and the sacred dance of partnership, while 6 holds the energy of care, responsibility, and the architecture of balance. Together they merge into the vibration of 26, the builder of foundations, the number that whispers of stability, discipline, and the unseen strength upon which all lasting greatness rests. In September, 26 becomes a quiet, yet powerful guide, urging you to construct your destiny, not with haste, but with steady hands and a clear heart. Like an ancient temple, rising stone by stone, greatness cannot be forced into existence in a single day. It must be nurtured, protected, and shaped with mindful attention. Baba Vanga once warned that rushing the future is like demanding a seed to bloom before its roots have even touched water. The wisdom of 26 reminds us that time is not our enemy. It is the unseen ally that ripens our blessings, ensuring that what we build will endure. Buddhist teaching reflects this truth through the Eightfold Path, where right effort and right livelihood are not optional virtues, but essential pillars of a life well lived. To walk this path is to understand that progress without compassion is empty, and wealth without virtue is fragile. The energy of 26 echoes this balance, reminding us that ambition must always be tempered with empathy, and that external success must be supported by inner integrity. Just as a structure built on sand collapses under the weight of storms, so too will a life built without wisdom crumble when challenges arise. The presence of 26 this month suggests that your work, your relationships, and your inner growth all call for a deeper sense of structure. It is not a time to abandon your dreams, but a time to fortify them, to set boundaries, to create harmony, to ensure that what you are building will not only serve you, but also those around you. In this vibration, stability is not restriction but freedom, for when the roots of a tree grow strong, its branches can stretch endlessly toward the sky. Nostradamus once hinted that humanity's greatest power lies not in sudden victories, but in the quiet preparation for what is yet to come. Number 26 embodies this wisdom, reminding you that what you build today becomes the shelter of tomorrow. Patience, care, and mindfulness are not delays. They are the sacred scaffolding of destiny. So ask yourself now, under the guiding presence of 26, What structures am I building in this moment, and will they endure beyond the fleeting tide of September? Number 17 rises in September like a lantern in the night, casting its subtle glow upon paths that few dare to walk. In numerology, the 1 carries the force of direction and initiative, the bold spark that begins a journey, while the 7 unlocks inner vision, mysticism, and deep spiritual perception. Together they merge into 17, the vibration of foresight, prophecy, and hidden wisdom. It is the number of the seer, of those whose inner eyes are open to what lies beyond the veil of ordinary sight. This month, the energy of 17 calls you to listen more deeply to the quiet language of your intuition. Logic may solve the puzzles of the day, but intuition reveals the mysteries of eternity. Nostradamus himself lived within this vibration, guided by visions that flowed not from reason, but from the unseen currents of destiny. His writings, cryptic to many, prophetic to those who dared to see, echo the very essence of 17, the ability to glimpse tomorrow while standing firmly in today. Baba Vanga too embodied this frequency, her foresight arising not from calculation, but from a silent dialogue with forces beyond comprehension. She often reminded the world that what appears hidden will always find a way to surface when humanity is ready. Number 17 carries this same message. The truth cannot remain buried. It reveals itself in dreams, in chance encounters, in patterns of numbers that arrive again and again like cosmic messengers. The Buddha once spoke, 3 things cannot be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. In the vibration of 17, these words ring with piercing clarity. For this number is not merely about vision, it is about trust. It teaches that the truth will rise in its own time, that the answers you seek may already be within you, waiting for silence and faith to bring them forth. To align with 17 is to recognize that the universe is always whispering, and the soul always knows more than the mind will admit. This September, when the number 17 appears before you on a clock, in a date, in a passing sign, it is not chance. It is an invitation to trust the rising vision within, to honor the flashes of insight that arrive like lightning across the sky of your awareness. These are not illusions, they are guiding stars. The question is not whether the signs are real, but whether you are willing to believe them enough to act. So pause and reflect. Will you honor the vision stirring in your soul, or will you silence it with the heavy weight of doubt? Number 6 does not arrive with thunder, nor does it blaze with spectacle. Instead, it settles into your life like the foundation of an ancient temple, quiet, enduring, and built to outlast the storms of time. In numerology, 6 is the number of harmony, responsibility, and sacred balance. It carries within it the vibration of the silent architect, the one who builds not for applause but for eternity. Its strength lies not in noise, but in presence, not in speed, but in patience, shaping destinies, stone by stone. As September 2025 unfolds, the presence of 6 whispers that your true power this month does not lie in rushing ahead or grasping wildly for results. Instead, it lies in the steady cultivation of what matters most: family, relationships, inner peace, and purposeful work. Baba Vanga often spoke of forces unseen, guiding and protecting those who walk with integrity and devotion. The number 6 is such a force, a shield of quiet guardianship, a vibration that ensures what is built with love and patience will endure. In Buddhist wisdom, patience is not weakness, but the highest strength. Compassion is not sentimentality, but the greatest power. The energy of 6 blends these truths into one living current, teaching us that to nurture others is also to nurture ourselves, and to honor timing is to trust the flow of the universe. Where others see only delay, 6 sees divine alignment. Where others feel frustration, 6 recognizes preparation. This number also speaks to the power of roots, Just as a great tree cannot rise without deep foundations, so too must your dreams be anchored in structure and care. The Buddha taught that right effort and right livelihood are cornerstones of a balanced life, and 6 echoes this lesson, reminding you that wealth, peace, and love are not accidents. They are built with daily mindfulness, consistent devotion, and an unshakable trust in the rhythm of life. So when 6 appears in your path this September, see it not as stillness, but as sacred construction. The work of today, though quiet, shapes the blessings of tomorrow. The unseen hands of destiny are already placing stones in your favor, if only you have the patience to let the temple of your life rise at its destined pace. Will you honor the slow, silent work of the present, trusting that it is building the architecture of your future joy? Number 23 is no ordinary number. It is a rare vibration, a cosmic messenger that blends the gentleness of 2 with the expansive creativity of 3. Where 2 brings balance, harmony, and sacred partnership, 3 brings expression, joy, and the power of creation. Together they form a channel through which the universe whispers guidance, opening pathways of communication, collaboration, and connection. When 23 appears in September, it is as though unseen doors swing open, allowing you to step into alignment with the right people, at the right time for the right purpose. In the mystic traditions, 23 has long been seen as a sign of destiny's hand, moving silently through human lives. Nostradamus himself hinted that history often turned not on great battles but on chance encounters, 2 lives meeting, a word spoken, an idea shared, altering the course of generations. This is the vibration of 23, synchronicity woven into destiny, the quiet alignment of events that reveals itself only in hindsight. Buddhist wisdom speaks of pratyatya samutpada, the teaching of interdependence, the truth that nothing arises alone but only through countless interconnected causes and conditions. Number 23 mirrors this perfectly. Every conversation, every unexpected meeting, every coincidence that stirs your attention this month is not random, but part of a vast cosmic weaving. The universe is arranging threads in ways you may not yet see, but each strand has meaning, each moment carries the seed of transformation. To walk with the energy of 23 is to walk with awareness. It is to pause when the stranger speaks, to listen when intuition whispers, to notice the timing of events, and ask, why now? Why this? Baba Vanga often said that destiny reveals itself not in grand visions, but in small signs, overlooked by those who rush. 23 is such a sign, a reminder that the universe speaks constantly, if only we are quiet enough to hear. In September, 23 calls you to open your ears, your heart, and your spirit to the messages that surround you. They may come as a dream, a repeated phrase, a chance meeting, or even a challenge that forces you to shift direction, but behind each stands the hand of destiny, guiding you forward. Trust that these encounters are not accidents, they are invitations. Will you treat the crossings of paths this month as sacred messages from the universe, or will you dismiss them as mere coincidence? Bonus number 35. The Flame of Expansion. The number 35 enters this September not as a whisper, but as a rising flame, illuminating the pathways of transformation and awakening. Within its essence, the creative spark of 3 unites with the restless freedom of 5, forming a vibration of breakthroughs, movement, and limitless expansion. It is not a number that waits politely at the doorway of life. It bursts through, like fire seeking air, igniting what has long been waiting in silence. To walk with 35 is to feel the universe nudging you toward horizons that once seemed unreachable, calling you to step beyond the familiar and embrace the infinite possibilities opening before you. In the prophecies of Baba Vanga, there is often mention of sudden doors that appear in the lives of seekers, doors unseen until the exact moment of readiness. She taught that these doors are not random, but destined gifts, revealed only when one's courage matches one's desire. Nostradamus too hinted at this truth, writing that fortune smiles most brightly on those who move when destiny whispers. Number 35 embodies this wisdom. It is a flame that cannot be caged, a signal that the time to act, to leap, to expand has already arrived. In Buddhist teaching, growth is not a matter of accumulation, but of liberation. The lotus rises from the mud, not by clinging, but by letting go, breaking through the water's surface to bloom beneath the sun. Number 35 is this very lotus energy. It calls you to release the illusions that bind you, to break through the waters of fear, and to unfold into your truest form. Expansion is not merely about wealth or success. It is about freedom of the spirit, the widening of awareness, and the courage to see yourself as more than the roles and limits imposed upon you. As this number flows through September, it brings with it sudden encounters, fresh ideas, and opportunities that appear like sparks in the night. But these sparks do not linger forever. Just as fire consumes fuel, the flame of 35 demands action before it fades. The choice is always yours. Remain within the comfort of what is known, or take the step into the uncharted, trusting that the universe supports your leap. For only when one dares to move, does the unseen bridge appear beneath their feet. Buddhist wisdom reminds us, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. With number 35, the universe invites you to think beyond survival, beyond limitation, and beyond doubt. To think of freedom, abundance, and expansion is to begin embodying them. The winds of this number carry you forward, but only if you raise your sails. The flame of 35 is generous, but it does not wait for hesitation. It moves with those willing to move with it. So I ask you now, will you cling to the comfort of the known, or will you trust the flame of 35 to light the way into a greater destiny? Numbers are not mere symbols scratched into calendars or charts. They are living vibrations, cosmic guides, and ancient echoes of the silent truth that binds all existence. September 2025 does not arrive as an ordinary month. It arrives as a sacred manuscript written in the language of numbers, 6 sacred vibrations, 15, 26, 17, 6, 23, and the hidden flame of 35 form its pages, each carrying a unique message, each offering a key to unlock a doorway within. When woven together, they do not speak in fragments, but form a single song of wisdom, abundance, and awakening, calling you to listen with the ear of the soul. The Buddha once said, "Your work is to discover your work, and then with all your heart to give yourself to it." These numbers are not random. Each one is an invitation, a lantern along the winding path of destiny. Number 15 whispers of rebirth and transformation, urging you to shed the weight of the old. Number 26 grounds you in foundation and balance, reminding you that the roots must be strong for the tree to bear fruit. Number 17 lifts your eyes to the horizon of vision, calling forth clarity and purpose. Number 6, the silent architect, teaches patience, compassion, and divine timing. Number 23 opens the gateway of synchronicity, where destiny's hand arranges the unseen encounters that change everything. And at last, 35, the hidden flame of expansion, sets the heart ablaze with courage to step into a greater realm of freedom and possibility. When seen separately, they are lessons. When embraced together, they are a path, a sequence of awakening, guiding you from the soil of beginnings to the sky of infinite becoming. They ask not only that you believe in numbers, but that you believe in yourself as the vessel through which their power flows. For numbers, like mantras, live only when spoken, breathed, and lived. So I turn to you now, seeker of September. Which of these numbers stirs most deeply within your soul? Which vibration do you feel calling you into alignment with your truest self? Share your number in the circle of comments, and let your voice join the gathering of seekers walking this timeless road, For when we share, we weave, and when we weave, the tapestry of wisdom becomes unbroken. Here at Old Buddhist Philosophy, we do not walk alone. We walk together, guided by numbers, uplifted by wisdom, and attuned to the eternal rhythm of the cosmos.